Solo leveling, after Hunter Cha expresses her desire to join Jin Woo's guild, she inquires about when they can proceed with the entrance test. Jin casually suggests they do it right away at the association's gymnasium. At that moment, he contemplates testing whether his shadow exchange ability can transport two people at once. As Cha moves to leave the room, Jin Woo stops her, mentioning there's a simpler way to get there, but they'll have to be in close proximity. Without hesitation, the Rizzler wraps an arm around the flustered Hunter and activates Shadow Exchange. Dark shadows engulf them, pulling them into the ground. Meanwhile, Jin Ho enters the room, only to find himself face to face with an orc. Stunned, he watches in disbelief as the creature snatches the dish from his hands and devours the entire meal in a single bite. As the lights flicker on in the gymnasium, Jin Woo and Hunter Cha materialize. Cha is visibly amazed by the teleportation, while Jin Woo confirms his theory. Shadow Exchange functions similarly to a gate, with his current location acting as the entry point and his shadow serving as the exit. Though the cooldown period is 3 hours, this ability grants him near-instant travel across the world. Jin Woo announces the start of the test, but Cha suddenly recalls that she forgot her weapon. When Jin teasingly asks if she means her pickaxe, she flushes in embarrassment, remembering that it was the first weapon he ever saw her wield. She quickly clarifies that it isn't her real weapon, and Jin chuckles, saying he was only messing with her. Still blushing, she remarks that there should be a suitable weapon in the storage room. Swiping her card to unlock the door, she inspects the selection and notes that the weapons aren't the best, mainly meant for sparring. Regardless, she retrieves a sword and steps forward, declaring herself ready. Jin Woo asks if she's comfortable using an unfamiliar weapon, pointing out that it's different from her usual sword and may not complement her style. Cha confidently replies that it makes no difference. Monsters don't care about fairness in battle. Jin Woo acknowledges her reasoning, recognizing that if he had summoned an ordinary fighter, they wouldn't last more than a few seconds. To assess her abilities, Jin Woo summons Igris, proclaiming him the most skilled swordsman among his shadows. Cha then asks about the rules, and Jin Woo explains that the match will continue until she either defeats his summon or surrenders. Though he initially considered using his strongest shadow, he decides that putting her against Baru would be unnecessarily brutal. As Cha readies herself for battle, Jin Woo suddenly remembers her statement about weapons not being important. Amused, he asks her to turn around while he consults with a confused Igris. Taking advantage of the moment, he bestows Igris with the S-rank Demon King's longsword. Smirking, he declares, "All right, let's begin."